Hello and welcome to IRL Season 9 here for FP at round 10 here for Hungary. Today I am not only joined by Tim but also by Brandon Glover. So hello you two.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
Of course Hungary, it's not going to be as easy as Mexico to be making overtakes. Of course the best bet an overtake is going to be down into turn 1. Not too long of a run down into turn 1 either, so we're going to need a very good start to be alongside into turn 1. No slipstream going to be helping you out, similar to Mexico's. A few people are going out now. Of course there's also some championship things kind of on the line. I think some people can win the championship. I'm not completely sure on that, unless either of you two have some stats figured out. Of course,
Yeah,
like 8 people, but
the only guy who can win it is Lewis because he's leading the championship. But obviously that means he has to win, and everyone else has not got points.
so
And
yeah.
we have also the indecision today, could be decided today. But for this, like the Rocket Watch and need to outscore Matthew and Sandra by what it was, exactly 30 points, so it will be interesting to see how we're going.
I'll get some stuff up on the screen now. So
Only
the first one
19
looks
drivers.
the Ferrari of Paco to be first.
Indeed.
Yes.
Sometimes ever left. Oh no,
Oh.
he's left. I'm missing one of the hats, I think.
No, both has to.
As someone has commented, I should say. I would assume that's Sandre's good evening. I'm not sure, but if it is, good evening, Sandre. If not, I guess I'll see who it is. But Paco Suarez is now starting this lap. He's going to be crossing the line now, approaching turn 1. You can see that it's really not too long of a run going down into turn 1. You got to go down to second gear, short shift to third. Interestingly, short shifting to fourth. Maybe that's a thing that he has with the Ferrari. But now going into what is, I'm pretty sure, turn 3, very awkward corner. You have to go very out wide and kind of hop over the curb there. He doesn't again. So hasn't looked like the best lap he could have fucked up. Of course, this is going to be mediums as he invalidates this lap as well. So we'll go with the racing point behind. That is Michael Marlowe.
He's coming to the cricket chicane now. Big curbs there, don't touch them because of the direct spin your car. It is turn 7 and 6, or 6 and 7, where is that? We could run through the section of the track. Really full flat out right hander here. Little braking point now into turn 2 out of. More or less like a little hairpin.
Ooh, he's the back end a bit. That's invalid.
That's invalid as well, and he's going to be going
Very
into the
close
pits. The next one behind, that was a Red Bull. Maybe Luke Baker? No, that's going to be Thomas.
On the mediums, which is interesting.
So he's going to be the
First
first
lap.
one to settle up. 16.4, there's an Alpha Tauri behind there. He's going to cross the line. That must have been invalid as well. The other Red Bull of Luke Baker starting a lap. So it looks like invalidating is a problem for these drivers right now.
Well, yeah, I think track limits is a difficult round here. I think look at turn 4, especially. That's probably the worst one on this track. So I think there's going to be a few invalidations and penalties in the race, but yes, only 2 laps on the board is not what I expected, to be honest.
Yeah, and one of them, of course, Lewis Curtis. He's leading the championship. He's going to need to put himself on pole. It's even the best chance for next week. Tom Jewell now improves to a 15.3, 6/10 almost quicker than Lewis Curtis's lap. So looks like there's a lot of time to find. Of course, cars are going to make a difference. Tom Jewell and McLaren, I'm sure he's happy with his McLaren today. Not too bad of a car. I think that's 4th best this weekend, isn't it?
Yes, and yes it is. And the 2 of the tourists I think are coming. Sandra and Cameron. Cameron invalidated steps, so Sandra will be the next guy to cross the line. He's in the last right hander here. With a good exit activating the Euros across the line. It was provisional pole. 14.6 will left from him.
And there's
That's a really good lap for
Williams.
Sandra, I
Yeah,
think.
that's Matthew Alder in the Williams, and he sets a 14.9. So you can see the differences in time. Pole, of course, being a 14.6. The worst time on Sauce right now, 15.9. So it shows maybe that the cars are a bit restrictive of how quickly you can go, but also how much of a gap between the drivers are as well. Like how people can drag cars up. Of course, Matthew Alder and a Williams on a 14.9. That's a very good lap time.
Yes, and the next driver is Lee Quinlan in the mediums. He's trying his best to go with the P16.4. Yeah, it's just like the mid corner at the mid field of the track is more like the chassis and the aerodynamic. When you have a bad car like on the straight, it's just like Mercedes engine is currently I think the best engine in the game, but the main thing is just like on this track, you need to get a good car through the midfield to gain time to the car ahead of you. Like on the straight, you don't have that much time to gain enough in the slipstream to try and overtake into turn 1.
Yeah, there's like the bottom 3 cars are like a long way off the midfield. So it's like the midfield, and then the Haas, Alfa, and Williams are a lot further off. So they're like a second slower. So if you're in them cars, it's gonna really be bad today, and really gonna struggle for pace.
Yeah, and I was also in a lobby with, namely Nino and Rocco. Both of them were testing out how much ERS you could save in those lower cars. I guess it's to do with how slow you go, how much longer you would spend on the straights as a result. But they were only able to save about 1 and 2% ERS every lap without using any the entire lap. So it's going to be really difficult for them to save ERS as well. They use a bit down the straight and it'll take them almost 15 laps in theory to get back.
Retired. Oh my god, Jerry retired. I think he'd spawn out. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He spawned out of turn 4 it is. Oh my god.
The bottle, the master himself, the Tic Tac has ploughed into the wall. I mean, what's he, 18? He would have been there anyway.
Yeah,
But,
there he is on the left, just caught him. From Joe Hollis's view, speaking of Joe Hollis, so he's also on a lap. So, Tim, if you want to take the rest of it, he's in Sector 2 right now.
Yeah, he's coming down to turn 8 and 9 now. Difficult tracks with gas and brakes here. Like he's coming now down to turn 11. You're just like a little time on the brakes. You need to cut a lot of the curb, but not like Joe Hollis who invalidates because of he's cutting too much off the corner.
Yeah, that fast right-hander is it's really awkward. You have to turn in a lot later than you expect. Like he turned in early there and cut the corner. No, you have to turn in a lot later. It's quite a tricky corner. It's easy to invalidate, I think.
Yeah, because you're...
Finally on this lap.
Yeah, I saw him actually invalidate the previous... Yeah, that's going to be an in-lap. So I guess he was trying to get a banker on the softs. But he invalidated, I think, at the exit of the corner where, ironically, the other Ferrari crashed out. So proving that corner can also be a bit tricky. It's kind of, with the fast right-hander that finishes Sector 2, you kind of need to turn in at the right point, but also you need the right amount of throttle as well, because if you give just a little too much throttle, you'll be out wide, but if you don't give enough, you can lose up to 2-3 tenths on that individual corner. So it's really, really tricky to get right, which is understandable why so many people are invalidating there.
In the meantime, Thomas McIver started the fast lap with 40.4 on soft in the Red Bull. And then we have Nino Romanero, one of the guys in the team, could win the championship today in the constructors.
Yeah, I very much doubt they're going to win the constructors in the today. They have to get like a 1-3 in the Williams, so it's quite unlikely. But yeah, next week it's going to be crazy. I don't know how we're going to do the maths on that one for the drivers and the constructors. But yeah, it's going to be mad.
Yeah, and going
So
past
many
Nino when
drivers.
he finished his lap was Ross Denham there. If someone wants to take his lap there, he's just finishing Sector 1. We'll see if he's purple. Of course, he's in the Merc. And he isn't actually purple, which is interesting.
Yeah, Ross is he's been a bit unlucky. I think in Japan he crashed in the final lap, didn't he? Final corner even on the final lap of the points there. So he's had no points this season. But he's in the Merc, so he should be getting points, you know, because he's not slow. And in practice, I was in the lobby with him and he definitely wasn't slow. Here he is, and doesn't invalidate.
Good run there. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's purple.
Oh,
Yeah, Ross run
apex. A little bit.
It's more like on Ross we saw it in Japan, like he spun out in the last lap, in the last corner.
Yeah.
It's more like he can also bottle, but he can also show a strong pace. He's coming out to the line to set his first lap, and it's a 14.6. Goes up to
Yeah.
P2.
Not even
Oh,
10
there you
as
go,
well.
Cameron.
You say that, now Cameron improves as well. He's up to first in the AlphaTauri. We probably should have mentioned Cameron being one of the ones who can probably win this race. Of course, the amount of pace he has
He's
in
got
the
to be
midfield car.
favourite.
Yeah. And
Sort
of
of
course,
turning
he's put himself right in the championship fight as well, and only racing the last few races.
Yeah, if he wins today, and then he'll be on like 70 odd points, so he actually, if he wins today, he could go top of the championship, believe it or not. So it just shows you how you can sort of take advantage of this system, but it has been a good system. I mean, just look how close the championship is. So it's been good.
Yeah, definitely is a good system. Cameron Young, who is the guy like winning the two last two races, obviously he was in two fast cars and he's obviously one of the better F1 drivers, and yeah, maybe we can see him winning today and then he's like finally back in the championship fight with the new system, like he was I think already in the tier in the first races of the season. Then he wanted to get dropped back to as a reserve, and then he got back the full-time seat as I asked him if he wants, and he said yeah he will. And
Yeah, I
look
just
now,
want to mention Matthew
how good he
Walder,
is
by
now.
the way. It looks like he's just had a purple sector 2 and actually spun in the final corner.
Oh, wow.
Front wing damage as well, so that's not
Joe
going to be an
Hollis was-
improvement. It was looking like it until the final corner.
Yeah, I was on board with Joe, who was coming on this lap, just my first spinning.
Yeah, it's not very often you see Matthew doing that, to be
And
honest.
then Joe goes really wide in the first corner, so he's not actually going to be
Joe
shutting up.
ended his lap. Vigo was going up to before and the Renault. It's Olive Flavel, I think, could be one of the next drivers to set his lap. He hasn't set a lap yet. He's out on mediums, and he will finish his lap. That is interesting.
Yeah, Ollie Flavel, the time trial merchant, where's he going to go? Oh, never mind, he's not. Definitely is a time trial merchant, then look at that. 16th. Can't even get in the top 15. I know he's in a Haas, but I mean, come on. But Ollie will go quicker than that, definitely. He'll plonk on some softs and probably finish 10th, knowing him. And then there won't be a good strategy, but yeah, we've got Trap Formula in the chat saying if Alpha does win this race, he's on fraud watch. So, no pressure on him, I suppose.
Oh, and Thomas McIver again. Well, not again, but he didn't validate there at the start of Sector 2. That left-hander again. Kind of unfortunate. Of course, he's in the Red Bull, so he should be quick. Currently in second. All he needed was just under 2/10.
I would briefly mention it shortly. We have one in the chat saying, "Who's that brilliant new commentator?" It was Brent Glover.
Who said that?
Brian Glover. I know this
Oh.
name. Ah, he's here in the party, and it's a new commentator. Oh, what a prize!
You got to do it, haven't you? You know, you got to do it. Who's? I know I got Jared as well. Let's notice that. He said, "Frick, God car went lol." Haha.
Oh, Nino. Oh, he lost it.
Both
Out of,
Williams.
6,
Yeah,
I think
behind
it
that
is.
the Renault, I think it is. Yeah, of Louis Quinlan also invalidating again on that left-hander.
Yeah, just showing
That
how
is-
little stability the Williams has. If Matthew and Nino have been in it, you know. That's what it is with these slower cars. It is not as slow, they're hard to drive as well, which is important.
Sylvain Vessier should be one of the drivers on a lap. And I think he's the only one currently on a lap. Except of Joe is to start to slip.
I'll import him now.
run here. It looks like he's a good stable through the midsection. Turn 11 now. Not came to right to invalidate. And he's 1.5 tenths up. But I think you need to improve a bit more than 1.5 tenths.
It looks like a very neat lap, but I'm surprised he's only that far. I thought he'd be a lot higher up, to be honest. See where he goes. That'll be a
small improvement, but not enough to put him even in the top 10.
So we've still got Cameron up there on an out lap. So I definitely think he's the favourite today, obviously. Not in a Merc, but yeah, he's still going to be the quickest. And hopefully next week he'll be in a slow car. Give someone else a chance, you know. And good to see Thomas McIver up there in the Red Bull. I don't think he's raced too much this season, has he? And maybe he can get a good result at the podium. As can Ross. And, well, Joe and Sanjay as well. Look at Thomas, wow. Thomas up there in the Haas, that's a good position for him in the Haas.
Only 5 tenths down on pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm currently on board with Mr. Nice Guy. I'm not sure if he's
Julian
improving. I wasn't sure. I thought his name was Julian. But he is... It looks like he's on a lap, maybe? It doesn't say out lap, but...
Oh, and Shane's out.
Oh.
What's happened to him? I think he retired on track.
Yeah, the out of the chicane, I think it was. Within the map.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go on board with Sanjay Sorhog then. And yeah, you can see at the side of the track there, that's Shane?
Racing.
Or
yeah, it was Shane. He rolled through the second restaurant. Good. I don't know what happened there. And Sanjay validates. I need to hurry up a bit.
Turn 4 claims another driver. Another driver's lap, I should say.
Yeah. No,
it doesn't claim the driver, will you?
Well, it claimed Jared.
It did claim Jared.
I think the main thing on this corner is just like when you're cutting too much, you're not going wide, but you're invalidating because of you're cutting the corner. And then just like when you're not cutting, but you can have done go also too wide and then invalidate as well.
Yeah, Cameron's extended his advantage as well. Up there.
Yeah, Thomas McIver now on the lap. Of course, now he needs to improve by around 3 tenths if he wants this pole. Going through what is turn 3, that little kink there isn't actually turn 4. This is. So we'll see if he's going to invalidate. I think he did here last time he went through, and he's actually lost the rear. Almost.
He did it, Jared.
Oh my God! What are you doing?
Oh, okay.
What? Cars have brakes, Thomas. Cars have brakes. Use them. Jesus Christ.
That's Matthew Oliver directly behind him.
And there's Matthew
straight into roll. We'll try and find someone else. Sanjay Sorhog is on another lap. And that's another invalidation for Sanjay Sorhog. Thomas Trope is going through turns 7 and 8, I think it is.
Matthew's banking through the corners completely.
Yeah, Matthew not up on his time. He's down very slightly, so I think the best he gets maybe P7 or 6.
Look how close it is between him and Rocco. Maybe just a little bit of small improvement could help him.
Yeah. We're on the final corner. What's Matthew going to set? Comes out of BRS like everyone does. Oh wow, good final sector. Good final sector for him.
And Paco
and Thomas Trope's now to cross the line. He improves to P5 with a 14.6. Paco Suarez, I think, goes 10th there with a 15 flat almost.
That's it.
That looks more or less it as Sundre spins around the final corner. He already had an invalid lap, so not going to matter too much.
I think it's probably all everyone and stuff.
Is Nino?
I don't know about it.
No, Nino is invalidated as well. So yeah, that's looks like it's going to be it as we wait for Louis Quillen and Cameron Young to get properly in the pit lane. But it is Cameron Young who's going to take the pole position here, a crucial pole position really he needed, which he took with these 3 tenths almost the gap ahead of Thomas McIver. We'll get the rest when we go through.
I think that's the first guy this season to get 2 poles as well, I think, if I'm correct. Maybe.
I don't know.
So yeah, actually, exactly a 3 tenths gap. So yeah, Cameron Young taking the pole ahead of Thomas McIver in the Red Bull. Ross Denholm was able to get a P3 with 14.6, and of course Joe Hollis just outside in 4th in the Renault. Thomas Traupis takes 5th. Sondre Sorhog, a very good P6 from him, with his teammate Matthew Alder just behind. Rocco Walsh in 8th, Tom Jewell 9th, and Paco rounds out the top 10. And then outside of the top 10, Michael Marlowe, Louis Quinlan, Shane, that name isn't showing up for me, Nino, Lewis, Luke, Ollie, Julian, and Jared, with no time because he crashed.
Yeah, the name is not showing up for you as Vessia.
Ah, yeah, Vezier. It did actually show up at the start of quali, so I don't know why it's not now, but...
Do you restart your game, Kevin, every time you join a lobby? That's what I do, because then the name glitch doesn't happen.
Well, I left and rejoined, so... Because when I initially rejoined, I could see no one's name, so...
Oh.
And shortly, I wanted to mention something. I calculated shortly in the standings, and if Cameron wins this race, he would be going up to 77 points, and currently, without scoring points in the moment, we have Lewis Curtis on 75, so...
Yeah.
If Cameron has a lot of luck, he will be championship leader after the race. After,
Wow.
I see it now, he DNF'd the first 2 rounds, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds he wasn't there, and then now, he would win 3 races in a row if he's winning today.
It's crazy. But that's going to bring up a good championship final, isn't it? Abu Dhabi, that's going to be crazy. Hopefully I get to race that one. That's the plan.
Are you still in the championship fight right now? Technically.
Am I?
Yeah.
Currently, yes. Depends on how the drivers are going today to score points.
I'm only like 3 points behind Kevin. You know?
Yeah, but the main thing, right, is just when there are other people scoring points today and getting up positions, you will be in a better car next week.
Exactly, so I'll be in a good car. So that's the
Bran,
upside of not missing
Bran does this commentary and then gets a good car next week. There's a whole conspiracy. And...
Nah, you should have heard me before, Kevin. I wanted to race.
But I would say we need to mention that you have no one upset today. It was also great to see.
Yeah. I would have been in the Williams today, so I wouldn't have got a good result anyway.
And Jordan Mulder left.
No, would have driven in the Williams? That seems a little sus.
What do you mean?
Hadn't
Who'd want to be in that? Hopefully Julian can get back in.
He's already legged out, and outside of the top 10, everyone except those 4 people are on mediums. 4 people is Nino, Luis, Ollie, and Joe.
How's Jared moved up?
Oh, what happened to Joe? Why is he 20th?
Yeah, what's going on there?
He wasn't
qualified.
Well, we only had. Oh no, but Joe did actually qualify though.
And he's only software qualified though.
Oh, sugar
I think that's glitch because of
Did he have a grid penalty? Or
he may have.
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
Well, it's Jared's decision, isn't it, for a restart or maybe yours still? I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say restart, but it depends on Jared.
Yeah. Look. Are we sure it's a glitch though? Because he'd had a grid pen or something, or I don't know.
I got the wrong position. I have me footage of choosing right tires.
It's got to be a restart then if he's in the wrong position, sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll commentate the start, but it might not be the actual start if... Yeah, I mean, if Joe should have started 4th, then...
Sure, that's his fault. What the fuck?
Oh, regardless, it is 5 red lights. Cameron Young starting on pole. And it's the lights out, and away we go. And, oh my god, everything is messed up. But it looks like the Red Bull has gotten almost side by side. Cameron Young covers him off.
Crash.
Louis Quinlan, I think, that was involved in that. Paco Suarez as well. There's yellow flags, but it looks like people are still racing. Cameron Young leads through turn 3 ahead of Thomas McIver. And there's Ross Denholm there going side by side with Lewis Curtis, trying to get P4, I think that is. As there's a McLaren round as well. He's into the wall. That's surely damage. as hopefully
The
everything
way-
fixes itself.
Yeah, the way people are racing, it looks like, well, not there's a restart, but yeah.
I'm not sure. I just need to invite 2 guys now.
Yeah, and it looks like Cameron Young already with a 1 second gap over Thomas McIver. Thomas McIver hasn't been able to make too much of ground on him. He's kind of falling back into Thomas Traupy's and of course a massive train down to pretty much last place. So Cameron Young really doing what he has to. We'll see if Thomas Traupy's can do anything on the exit. We'll go on board with him. He's going to be in the slipstream, but it looks like that Red Bull is just a little bit too quick for him in the straight, at least right now. That Mercedes is actually going for the move. Ross Denholm down the inside, and it looks like he might be able to make that move work. Thomas Traupy tries a little bit of a switchback line, but he's not able to make it work, and now Ross Denholm up into P3. So maybe he'll be able to make a move on the Red Bull. Of course, Mercedes power definitely a lot better than Honda power.
So don't have the gaps currently.
Yeah, Tim, sorry, I was just say you made a decision, man. I mean, somebody was in the wrong position and he's not restarted, so I mean, you're FPL, man. Sure,
Yeah, that's the thing. It depends on Jared because if he's a lobby admin. Would I have been the lobby admin, I would have just like directly restarted because it would need to be equal for everyone.
yeah, I mean,
And it's definitely not how Jared said it's its own fault of lagging out.
yeah, Joe's just been put to the back because the game told him to. I mean, it's not like his fault.
It's definitely unfair for him. But yeah, I don't know how. It's like last week with Logan. Like I said, restarted and nothing happened because of Jared not reading his messages when he's in a race.
Yeah. Well, Joe's in a party with him, so he'll be telling them, you know. So I doubt Jared doesn't know, but Joe will be in the party.
But
Yeah, regardless
that's
though,
really the reason to do that.
it looks like Cameron Young now at 2.5 second gap pretty much, as we get quite a few more viewers, 10 viewers right now watching currently, so that's quite nice to see. The Red Bull of Thomas McIver. Every time I try and say his name, I think Traupy's, but it's not Traupy's. I keep getting confused between the two, but yeah, it looks like Cameron Young is going to be dominating at least the early stages of this race. A safety car or anything could throw a spanner in the works, you never know. But right now it looks like overtaking it a little bit difficult. We'll see how Ross Denholm can do with Thomas McIver once they get down the start finish straight. It looks like he is keeping with him. Thomas Traupy's has kind of fell off the two a little bit. Red Bull and Merc clearly showing a lot more power. Of course, that Haas is like the third worst car on the grid, I think. So he's actually doing a very good job to be up there.
Right, Tim,
Yes.
Paco said that Jared just doesn't care. So
Yeah, but the thing, like, look at where Joe is. Joe is up to P9.
yeah, but you can't use that as a point.
Yeah, because if he started
I
before,
can't
then maybe
really
he
now
would have
switch
had a
party
really
and
good
tell
start
Joe
and been
that he should
second, you know?
restart.
Like,
That's not. I can't do
it's
that.
just not fair on him.
Like,
Yeah, it's not.
It's same as last week, but last week like the 2 restart rule came into play. But
We haven't
don't
had one
have this.
restart yet, so. Oh, whatever. It's very unfair in my opinion on Joe. Very unfair.
And it looks like, speaking of Jared, he's just made a move on Audrey Flavel, maybe down into turn 2, I think it is. Mediums versus hards, Ferrari versus Haas as well, so doubt it was too hard of a move. As Ollie also gets
Well, the
a
main
2
thing
second
is-
penalty for good measure.
The main thing is just like, if I try to get a restart on board, just like Jared's like blocking like a wall and I'm like running against the wall, so I can't really like say against. So
Paco says they're talking.
As Vezier is now actually retired
Yeah.
from the session.
Oh,
Looks
and
like
Jared
and a
crashed
full
out.
safety
Yeah,
car.
it's a restart.
Jared?
It's a restart. Jared crashed out on purpose there, I think. But did he? Or maybe he just parked.
One would assume.
I just saw you
As
was
Joe also leaves the
the
session, so I would. Yeah, it looks like it. Some people
Yeah,
going in the pits.
Common sense has
but
prevailed, which is good.
I'm sure Cameron Young won't be happy with that. He had a 4.5 second gap almost.
Yeah, he'll get that
I
again,
would
probably.
probably, yeah, same.
So we'll wait for the new session then.
Yep. Good to see that. Don't know why it took 5 laps to decide that, but you know. At least we got it now.
Yeah, a few people would have been saved. Well, namely Paco Suarez. He DNF'd straight away. He's going to be able to have a second go of it. A few people, I think that was Louis Quinnan as well, was involved in an incident with him, so he's going to be able to have kind of a second chance, which is always the case with these restarts, but it's not fair when someone's starting out of place. And if they were in place, then maybe something would have been different. That crash might not have happened, so it's not really a fair argument to say this or that happened, so yeah. Good that we have a restart.
Yeah, the thing is just like, I won't offense Jared, but if like Jared would be dropping from P4 to P20, he would not do anything like driving or something. He would directly restart if it would be his situation.
Exactly.
Don't offense Jared because he's my co-admin.
Well, you already done that, but
yeah, but it's like it's unfair to don't do a restart because of like now everyone else who crashed out get also the chance. Like maybe like restarts could also be like what's it called, like a nightmare. Like I had already a league race where I was comfortable in the first race and the second race crashed out.
Yeah, these starts can obviously sometimes it will help a driver with a bad start, sometimes it'll screw a driver who had a good start, but we've got to give a fair playing field for everyone, and if someone's qualified in 4th and has been sent to the back, then obviously that's not fair at all.
Yeah, I think I'm going to leave now as well. Wait for the new invite.
And now the rest of the drivers are coming. Why are we restarting for one person?
Yeah, unbelievable.
And it's like the drivers would cry really loud when there's
exactly. If it was them, they'd want these starts.
Yeah, you have to be fair on them. Like, I mean, it's not like it was 1 or 2 positions. Like, he went from 4th to last. Like, that's 16 positions. It's quite significant.
Okay, Nino's saying it's Joe's fault somehow. Okay. That's interesting. So this will help the top 10 drivers out, obviously, who's not getting some nice, fresh soft. I'm not actually familiar with the strategy at Hungary. So if you guys know.
I wasn't looking at onto my screen with the information.
I assume it's soft hard. Probably medium hard's better. So the guys top 10 or hard medium, obviously they can do as well. Yeah, obviously not. Like last week we had 2 stops spare. I just imagine what the party's like right now. It's going to be very interesting. Some people screaming for it, some people screaming against it.
Thank God this bottle was empty. Yeah, it's like for restarts, always for the commentators a bad thing because of like we don't know how to or what to talk about. Like we could now talk about constructor championship or other things, but I think it would be boring because we said it already.
Well, Tim, how are you doing?
This is
Well, actually, we'll talk about Kevin's championship, can't we? You know,
Wait, what?
you know, Kevin.
F2.
2 rounds to go. Oh well,
Yeah,
I say
2
Kevin's
rounds to go.
championship. I mean Kevin's far-fetched championship now. Considering
Hey, what's
Chance
possible
of
is
anyway.
possible.
how many points are you going now?
Kevin.
You know,
Gap is 23.
Kevin, You can do that. I'm
Oh
sure.
wow, okay, I thought it was like 13.
It was.
Oh.
I'm sure. Like
Lewis
Kevin
won
has the
and I
pace
got
to do
third,
it,
so it was 10 extra points at a
Oh.
time.
Well, you need a good result on Sunday. Yeah, don't you?
Needed miracle
You got a
on
Hungary,
both
Kevin.
days.
Yeah, but I think Kevin.
Well, nah, if I had a miracle on one day, then I guess if I don't do too bad the next day, then maybe. But, you know, it's speculation. It's, you know, this and that has to happen, yeah.
Just think about F5 last season. I was in this 2 rounds ago. I was 36 points behind Jared, and I won the championship in the end by.
Tim, that's Jared. You know, I mean, we're not. Kevin isn't making this Jared. Jared's the, Jared's the loves bottle. Well, Louis has been in IRL for a while now. He's won lots of races, and well, I say so is Jared, to be fair, but, but yeah.
Okay, I've got an invite from Cameron instead of Jared. That's interesting. Have I? Well, I'm gonna need another invite because I can't see any names.
Someone leaves in the race after like crashing out, so then I'm going to join the lobby as well. Should be interesting to get a better view.
Yeah, you could be able to hop in now, Bran.
Could I? Is someone not joining or something?
Oh, I thought you said
Still
that,
gonna be-
like, if people crashed out, then they might just leave. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, if someone's not in the lobby, I will. But I can't now, can I? So Tim, if you could just send me like a couple of invites just in case, please.
For Kevin.
No, for me.
Well, I'll need one as well because I couldn't see any names.
Oh yeah. You restart your game. Okay.
Well, if I restart it, it'll destroy the stream.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, in future, like before you join the lobby.
Yeah, there you go. Like every time I join it the second time, it's fine. So it's fine now.
So yeah, dry race as well, which is not usually there's a bit of rain at Hungary, isn't there? But not today. Hopefully we'll be getting going soon. Get the grid sorted and that.
Well, I mean, the safety car was caused by Jared intentionally crashing out, but...
Yeah, I'm about to put that now. There we go, ready up. Top stairs, yeah, there we go. Oh, Jared should have reminded everyone to put a setup on. Unbelievable.
Matthew, blah blah blah.
It's always bad for you. Someone had an argument and he'll just say something stupid with his little quiet mic in the background, Unbelievable.
He's just getting directly through himself.
It's just blowing up.
6 already. Oh yeah, but we're back anyway. Another formation map, and it's try what is works.
Oh, Packer. Well, there we go. Hopefully, there's always going to be one that forgets to set up, isn't it?
Yeah, hopefully.
Like, who was it? Who was
Hungary
it?
version
Last
2.
race who did it? Yeah.
And Joe is on the right position.
Yeah, there we go.
Jarrett's in the correct position too, where he belongs.
Yeah, where he belongs. Oh. He nearly spins it there. So Ollie, Nino and Lewis all on hard, so they're going to be going very long into the race. They could, end up sort of getting in the way of the leaders, as they catch them up when they're still out. So and with the nature of Hungary, obviously not the easiest to overtake, could maybe have a real impact, I'd say a safety car is quite likely around here as well. The walls are quite close, aren't they? So the track. High speed track as well, some of these corners are very high speed.
Which makes a mistake all that more affecting. Well, I'm not really sure how you should put
exactly.
it, but it affects you a lot more if you make a mistake, because you're usually going to be at quite a high speed, so if you lose the car a little bit, it'll probably go all the way around.
Yep.
And we got the predicted pit stop strategy. It's a medium hard or soft medium.
Messia's left the session. Hopefully he can get back in quickly. He needs to hurry up though. There we go, driver's line up on the grid.
Okay, so Hungary version 2. Let's see if this goes better. There we go. 5 red lights. And it's the lights out, and away we go, and it looks like Cameron has had a good start again. He's going to move to the right-hand side to cover off Thomas MacGyver. Thomas MacGyver going side by side with the Mercedes there of Louis Quinlan trying to go around the outside. It looks like he's actually done it there as well. There was a Renault of Joe Hollis, of course. He's going to slot into fourth. And Thomas Traupy's there trying to go side by side with him.
Well, there was contact between Thomas and Joe. Joe lost a few positions there. As I think Ross Denham got a good start. He's up to P2.
Yeah, Ross with a good start. At turn 1, Joe really sent out Cameron and was contact. He's been hit again, so he hasn't had the best starts off the track. Now he's behind Tom Jewell and Asandre. Yeah, not the best starts for Joe after he's been put back up to fourth.
Yeah, pretty good start though from Cameron Young, especially Louis Quinlan, as you said already. Both of them occupying the first 2 spots. Cameron Young, the start that he needed, similar to last time, covering off Thomas McGyver to keep the lead into turn 1. Thomas McGyver now dropping to 3rd. Thomas Troupes and Matthew having a pretty good start to be 4th and 5th. Of course, not amazing cars, so probably not going to be able to be making moves, but if they can keep it there, maybe they can do something on strategy.
No, he has front wing damage, front left side, I think.
Yeah, I did see some front wing damage going down towards, I think it was turn 4 from someone. I think Joe Hollis also got a bit of damage maybe as well. I'm not sure. He is continuing though, so maybe it was just Andre.
Yeah, so Ross right in the back of Cameron. I thought, yeah, obviously last time Cameron pulled away. He's got more ERS. Yeah, Ross has used the ERS, but still, Ross staying with Cameron here.
Yeah, last time, of course, Ross didn't have as good a start as he did this time, so of course the Merc is going to be able to keep up with him a little bit better than the Red Bull. Red Bull kind of hindered his progress a little bit last time, so it meant Cameron was able to make that gap a bit better. So looks like we have a bit of a fight on our hands, especially with that Merc. He's not going to be able to pull away as easily as he did last time.
Yeah, Tom behind Rock. Quite a bit of a train here between 3rd and, well, 7th, down to Tom Jewell. So that's going to be a bit of a DRS train. Obviously DRS will be enabled on lap, but will be started now. There you go. Cameron with the fastest lap. Ross doesn't beat it. So 10th now between them.
Yeah, it looks like Matthew Alder closing up maybe a little bit to Thomas Troupes.
Oh, I think Ollie's spun. Ollie in the pit lane. Oh, no, sorry, on the exit.
Yeah.
Oh,
unfortunately for him, he started like... No, it was Thomas who started for him.
Yeah, starting on the hards as well for Ollie. He's really going to need a safety car if he wants to come back. Damage as well, he's going to have to be pitting.
Shame for Ollie. But
does mean Sandra will gain a position, so Sandra won't be too mad about that. But.
Yeah.
P19. Maybe with the right strategy, Sandra could be up there. He has a really good car for him on his pace. Tori's not a bad car. But in our battle between P3 and P7, Tom Jewell is currently the closest man on the train to set an overtake. But Rocco will definitely have the help of the DRS to avoid dropping down the position. Oh, Ross was very close on the back of Cameron Young.
Yeah, I think the DRS now for Ross is going to help him. How much ERS is Cameron on? If you have a look at it, 68. So yeah, Cameron, even though he's been not really pulling away, he's got so much better ERS. Ross needs to help better his management. He's on 15 right now.
Oh, he got a penalty, and
Ollie's out.
Oh, he gave up.
And he's like, right, I'm joining session.
Wait, did he actually leave yet? Or
yeah, he left, yeah.
Okay.
And we gave the random opportunity to join the race.
Yeah, I can join that.
Yeah.
Which is good.
If someone is confused, Brandon was watching the shot. But still, Ross is in between like 5/10 the most of the time. I was losing a bit out of turn 40, I think. What about now with DRS? He's using his ERS, same as Cameron Young. Still, he's closing in, really not close enough. Cameron locks up a bit. He got still a better exit, and it's not a move for him. But Matthew Hall was sitting in P5 in the Williams, behind Thomas Troupes in the Haas. It'll be interesting.
Nino and Jared. They're going side by side out of turn 1. They're going to be side by side going into turn 2 as well. Louis Quinlan might try to get involved in this as well. Jared Fosbury's going to try and squeeze him out, and he's going to do it. That's mediums versus hard. Ferrari versus Williams, it wasn't too hard
Thomas
of a
out.
move to make.
Thomas McEver crashed out in turn 5 or 6 it is. It's 5. And I think he don't have the front wing anymore. He has, but it's
Right, there you go, I'm in.
no damage on it. Lucky for him. He still can drive.
So I'll go back with the fight for the lead. Of course, Ross Denham still trying to get past Cameron Young. He's able to stay with him. DRS as well is going to be helping out down the start-finish straight, but he's not able to close up enough. He's going to be close, actually. He has a look, maybe, but he's not going to be going down the inside anytime soon, as I think Louis Quinlan just made a move on Nino. Maybe, actually. Yeah, he did. And Lewis Curtis is going to be trying it. There's Luke Baker also trying to get involved in this. It could actually end up being 3 wide here. Lewis Curtis might send it down the inside of Luke Baker. No, he's going to actually sit back and just see what happens. Luke Baker's going to be able to squeeze him out. Nino Romanello gets pushed a little bit off track, and Lewis is going to be able to go through and take P13. Nino now actually getting passed by Michael Marlowe as well on the outside. He's going to have the inside for the next corner, and he's lost another position.
Oh.
Yes,
Yeah, Nino's dropping like a fly.
Yes,
Right
front.
Does he?
Front right and plate.
Nino does.
Front,
Yeah.
left.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's Williams.
Well, his
plus
perspective
no
for
front wing
front
is
left, but yeah.
Cam with a penalty as well. I don't know if we saw that. But yeah, I think maybe he's going to be under pressure now from Ross. Cameron's has gone down a bit.
I think Cameron is in a bit of a bad situation right now. He could try to pit a little earlier than Ross Denham. Of course, the pit lap is around lap 10, I think, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, this lap at the hard, soft hard.
Yeah, so
right now, I think,
Cameron Young could try to maybe make a bit of an undercut, but of course, if he pits, Ross can just pit with him and keeps the DRS, so it's going to be difficult.
Sorry, Kev, Shane and Paco, they just hit each other. Paco then lost the back end, Paco's on the inside of him, going to turn 3, so turn 2, they're still hitting each other. And Paco has backed out a bit as Shane's weaving, what's going on? Now Paco's back up the inside and gets forced out with Shane still there, they're still side by side. When's one of them going to back out? They've hit each other like for the 5th, 6th time now, and finally Shane backs out. Sorry for interrupting, Kevin.
Yeah, it was quite a nice fight between the two as well. Of course, this mediums versus softs. The mediums should definitely be better by now, so it's understandable why Shane tried to make the move. But Paco was able to hold him off after quite a long battle. Of course, Shane seemed to have lost the back end a little bit going out of turn 3, so Paco was able to go back down the inside and make it work.
No, the leaders are not pitting yet, so maybe they're trying soft medium or something different.
Yeah. Shane's about to have another go on Paco, and he looks like he's in a breeze past him right now. Oh, Paco's trying to squeeze him. But yeah, there you go. With that Ferrari engine, nothing Paco can do. Shane leading medium runner. So Shane's in a really good position, isn't he, I think?
Yeah, he's going to be able to take those tires a lot longer and gain them. Well, I mean, really, these.
Yeah, he was pitting, I think, a lap ago, and now he's again fronting damage.
Yeah, I think the tyres going off now, the softs. Like Jav just got past Thomas McIver, and yeah, I think the mediums are now better than the soft tyres.
Yeah, with Shane, it's really, these laps are going to be crucial now, because these are the only laps he's going to be closing. Of course, he's going to close a little bit at the end as well, but used hards versus new hards, there's not a massive gap, or at least I find there isn't really a massive difference in pace between them. So these laps are going to be the ones that he's going to have to really make use of the significant tire advantage he's going to have right now.
Yeah, so Ross driving another lap. Maybe he's trying to overcut Cameron now. Same as Thomas Trophy, so he's pitting now.
I very much doubt that with
staying out.
Sorry, I very much doubt that Ross would be able to overcut Cameron with the last of the low ERS he's got on the one
Oh,
tyres.
it depends
give it
on
a
where
go.
Cameron Young comes out, though. He might be coming out in this
Yeah.
train here. Well, actually, it's a little smaller of a train than I originally thought. He's going to come out just ahead of the Renault. Yes, he is. So he's out in a little bit of clean air. He's going to have to catch up and pass Thomas McIver and Jared Fosbury. So if he can't do that quick enough, then maybe the overcut might work. But
maybe
doubt it, though.
Ross is going for more soft medium strategy. Could also be.
I think he would have pitted a little earlier, though, if he was. Or I would think that you pit earlier if you were doing a two-stop. So I think this is purely just trying to get an overcut on him, but I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah, two stops definitely not the way around here. I don't think. Pit lane, it's not that long, I don't think, but you know, the nature of the tyre wear, I don't think it's too bad. Sanjay's got Paco, so he just got past Paco. It's a tongue twister.
Oh, I actually just clicked off a fight there, but Thomas McIver getting passed by Cameron Young. Very tricky corners to be making an overtake, but it looks like he used all the ERS that he had to make that overtake just there. So we'll see now. Ross Denham is in the pits. Cameron Young is coming down. He's crossing the start-finish line right now, so Ross is about to be able to come out. We'll see. Cameron Young, yeah, he's
Very
actually
big
way
gap.
ahead.
Wow, very big gap. And oh, look, Ross has got traffic now as well. And Matthew's got a lot of traffic, I think. So Thomas Troughey's undercut Matthew, or is
he was already ahead of
sure.
him before the pit stop,
okay.
so really I would say Matthew Alder would have gained if he can get back in DRS. They were following very closely within a second of each other, so Thomas Troughey has gained a lot on him. If Matthew can gain that back, then Matthew will have a little bit of advantage in that fight, but we'll see.
Okay.
As I think that was
Ross,
Paco getting past
totally
Julian
Ross
there.
for his race.
Hards versus mediums, probably not a difficult overtake.
Yeah, got Ross on the back of the Luke now. He needs to get past him, doesn't he, if he wants to get a good result here. I mean, it's already about 3 seconds off, probably, of Cameron now. 3-4 seconds.
Yeah, Cameron Young as well, about to be making an overtake. I think on Jared Fosbury, actually, he's a little bit too far back as Jared does a little bit of weaving. I'm not really sure why. He's gonna. Oh, he just lets him go.
Very
so
surprised Jared did that.
Yeah, he doesn't seem interested in fighting him, but he didn't have to do it that early.
Yeah, I don't know. If you're going to let someone through, okay, but you don't have to completely slam on the brakes on a straight and lose yourself about 2 seconds worth of time. I mean, Jared's just screwed himself there, to be honest. Just, lift off and let him through. You don't have to lose 2 seconds, but whatever.
Yeah, or he could have just waited until this lap and done medium none. Well, not none, medium, lean and medium, not yeah, you get me. And with Cameron Young using a bit of rich, he definitely would have got past without Jared losing so much time. So I'm not sure.
Sanjay spun, unfortunately for him. So not the best races for Sanjay. Pitted early for wing damage, and now he's spun. Ross still can't get close to Luke. Well, he's close to Luke, can't get past him, sorry. Maybe because Luke's got the DRS on Louis Quinlan as well. Maybe that's why. We'll see on this straight then and what he can do. Louis trying to break that slip. Here goes Ross now, look at this.
Yes, so much more straight line speed there. Of course, the Merc's going to be helping out with that, and he actually tried to move almost down the inside of Louis Quinlan as well. Tried to make a bit of a double overtake. He's not going to be able to make that work, but he still gains the place on Luke and goes up into 5th. A little bit eager there from Louis. Well, Ross, I should say, not Louis.
Is Joe Hollis... Oh yeah, he's a lap down. Okay, so... It's pointless. The restart didn't really help, did it?
Behind with Michael Marlowe and Thomas Troughey.
Yeah, oh wow, look at Lewis nearly pushing Michael Marlowe through the chicane there, so close he is to him. And who's that behind him? Yeah, Thomas.
Oh, Michael
Matthew
Morrow
Alder
got
as well.
a bit too close. That's actually the back marker there. I think Joe Hollis has left the session or lagged out or something, so...
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, it'll allow him maybe to get... Actually, he won't. So, now Joe...
Don't look so good. So
Jeez, I'm getting very confused. There's so many drivers on the field today, and they're also
and
close.
Michael Martin lost his back end out of turn 40. Sorry.
Okay, Ross Denholm on Louis Quinlan. He's right of ERS. He's on 3%. And there you go, around the outside. Nicely done.
Yeah, and
He's now got
everyone
Jared.
just
I wonder if
passing...
Jared will let Ross through.
Yeah, that would actually be interesting. But it seems like everyone's just
Matthew
kind of getting
Alder
past. Matthew
on the
Alder is trying to
outside.
move, yeah, on Thomas Trope. I did say that he would have a small advantage if they were to start fighting again. He did get that gap back, and he is able to make a move up into P9. Those two really have been following each other the entire race. So it's no surprise that you'd see a little bit of fighting from them eventually. That Mercedes engine, I'm sure, helping out to make that move compared to Thomas's Ferrari engine.
It's a very big train. But by the way, why is the AI settings on? Because Joe Hollis is AI.
Yeah,
I can really stay with
that's
these
true.
guys.
That is
But
true.
it's AI.
He is
Joe
on
Hollis himself.
he is on very fresh mediums.
Oh right.
So
he's in the lobby then.
rest-
Okay, so he's just okay.
Oh,
It's just
okay,
'cause
that
of
makes
the
more sense.
drivers. He got a penalty a lap ago. So I don't think that
Right.
is AI.
So why isn't he letting him through then? If he's getting a penalty, whatever. Michael Marlowe in the pits on his mediums.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's actually true. If that was an AI, it would be right over to the right, like Jared Fosbury.
Yeah.
Is Jordan an AI? No, it's not.
No, I was just referring to earlier. I mean, he might do it again with Lou. You never know. But
I think Tom Jewell is closing in on this battle as well.
Yeah, he is. He's in DRS now for that. Yeah, Tom's got good pace in this McLaren today. So I think he'll get some right points. I think Tom has just been, he hasn't had a really good result, but he's been quite consistent, getting points and stuff in the midfield. So he's been quite consistent this season, I think, Thomas. He's in this battle.
yeah, and just the smallest thing actually. Three of the the really quick guys in F1, all in a train in the three worst cars on the grid right now. So
Yeah.
could actually see some quite close fighting. I mean, I'm sure they're used to fighting each other in F1, so would be similar stuff here.
I mean, they're missing the main person now of F1, obviously. He's not racing today, but it'll be good to see these three fight. And are there going to be any moves into turn 1?
I'm actually closing here.
I think he's a bit too far back. Oh, Joe, well, this is going to frustrate Matthew, I know, because Joe's because Joe is
Yeah,
probably
stuff like
quicker than
that,
these guys on pace. I mean, obviously look when he qualified. So he can just chill and do whatever.
Actually interested to see. Okay, he's only got, well, it doesn't look like he's actually got any penalties despite not letting them through. It looks like 3 second pens, just 2-3 seconds that he's got. It doesn't look like he's
maybe
getting
what he's
pens for
doing
it.
is he's just lifting them off and then going back past them again. Like you do if you get an illegal overtake or something, you just let the nose get ahead.
Oh,
It's
Cameron
fine.
with another penalty.
Ooh.
So that would mean 6 seconds for Cameron. Ross has got 3. So a 6 second gap. He's still going to have to close quite a bit. But it makes that job just a little bit easier. As Ross now is close up quite significantly to Jared Fosbury. We'll see now
Yeah,
if
let's
Jared's going to
see
let him
if
through.
Jared. Yeah, I got a feeling he isn't, to be honest. Prove me wrong, Jared, come on.
He's a little bit far back, but Cameron was a similar distance back last time. He hasn't done it on this occasion, at least.
Matthew Alder's closing in on Lois Curtis into turn 1. He goes to the inside, side by side through turn 1. And Matthew is ahead of Lewis now. Lewis can't fight back because if he don't have DRS.
Yeah,
Jared's
unfortunately
not
only
letting
caught the end of
Ross
that.
through.
Who spun out in turn 1?
That's Michael Marlowe, maybe.
I think it's almost.
I mean, he's left the session. Or no, actually, he made it just lagged out. That would make more sense because his car's still going.
Yeah, we've got Cameron probably about to take the lead off Shane as well. There. So yeah, a battle for P1 and P3 right now for the two net leaders. So yeah, but I'm really interested to see what Jared does. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I mean,
Maybe
last lap he may have been a little far back, but no, he's actually going to pit as well.
Yeah, that helps Ross then.
Well, helps or hinders because Ross did have to follow behind him close for a full lap.
Yeah. Look how much time Ross has lost. Though 7 seconds behind. Wow.
Yeah, all because he pit a lap later. That is really the only reason.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, it looks like Cameron's going to get another win, maybe become championship leader today. Which is incredible. And yeah, still got this battle. Looks like Thomas Trophies is close to Lewis now. Still with Joe Hollis.
Joe Hollis is maybe a little too close to Lewis right now.
Yeah, getting quite intimate with him there, it seems. And Tom Jewell's still there as well, with that McLaren engine. McLaren Renault engine, in the McLaren, sorry. Then...
Maybe, Joe Hollis and Lewis form together and make it the ultimate engine between the two of them.
Well, leaving that for our engine to bring the power down, so you don't want to mix an engine with that, to be honest. But yeah, where'd Shane come out 4 seconds behind those guys? 7 lap pressure tyres now. Where's Jared? Jared behind Rocco.
Guys, I just realised that Matthew is sitting in the podium position.
Yeah. Wow,
1.6
so yeah,
seconds out of Lewis, so he seems a quicker driver of that train, and really he's not a part of that train. You can't really count him anymore.
Yeah, so if Matthew gets a podium,
here comes Thomas Trophies down the inside of Lewis Curtis.
Ooh.
And he's going to squeeze him out in the exit. A very, very assertive move there. Making sure that he was going to make that move. And he's going to go up to P4.
Yeah, very aggressive there from Thomas. Nicely done. And Lewis. So now, it's Thomas who's got to deal with Joe instead now. So, well, maybe he'll pull away and go after Matthew. We'll see.
Yeah, don't forget about Shane as well. He's only 3 seconds off this train. He was one of the ones on mediums. So he's going to have fresher tyres than these guys. And if they're fighting, you wouldn't be surprised if he's going to be closing within a second soon. He is certainly closing. He's got 2/10 in the last few seconds, even. Or for the last few corners.
Jared as well, like sitting in P9. Could also get a few points today.
Yeah, this is like, look at P3 to P5, the top, well, 3, 4th and 5th. Then these are big results for them, you know, because they're in a slow car, leading top of the championship, and if they get these points, that's big. If Matthew gets 3rd, then he'll be way clear up at the top of the championship. Oh, well, pretty clear anyway.
Just makes it easier for Cameron though, so it's like, it's good and bad. There's positives and negatives. It just kind of depends what happens in Abu Dhabi. But I mean, getting a P3 in a Williams is never it's not a thing that I think most people would say no to. So
it's a Matthew Alder thing.
Yeah, it's a Matthew Alder thing. Alien things.
It's not good for me though. I mean, we're quite far ahead now. Should be sad. But hopefully I'll get a good car for next week. Win maybe. So I'm quite good at Abu Dhabi. But yeah, these are big results here. Rocco there in 8th as well. Who else in the championship? Well, Sanjay is not in the points right now. He's in a bad race.
Yeah, that's like we already said. Like Thomas, Matthew. Okay, Lewis needs to pit, but it will be interesting where it's coming out. And then yes, so maybe you can fight up a few positions there. As Lewis is now pitting.
Yep. Actually, I had penalties up. There's the tyres 18 laps old. Of course, he was one of the ones who started on hardest. He's coming in for his first stop of the race, I think.
And it's mediums
Yeah.
for the car number 18.
So yeah, Lewis will need to try and work his way back up now to the points positions.
He comes
Nino
out
in the pits
12th.
too.
I think he'll be able to do it. I mean, mediums are going to be
it's-
quite quick compared to the hards. I mean, everyone in
Yeah.
front of him is on hards right now, so he's going to be quicker. Can only go up from here for Lewis, really, as long as he doesn't bother.
Yeah, Shane's nice fresh tyres have now caught him up to Tom. Interesting. Could Shane catch Thomas and Matthew maybe?
Maybe definitely has a tower advantage.
It's going to depend on how much
The
Tom's
car
going to fight
advantage.
this, though. If Tom can stay with Shane and make an overtake back on him, then it's going to be difficult for Shane to pull away. But if Shane can make use of his tires, I think he can. I mean, he's
think
caught this
Shane,
much already.
Yeah, he has the tower advantage, and they're both are like.
Yeah, and he's actually closing significantly. He might go for it in turn 1. No, he's not. He's going to stick behind. He's going to try and get a switchback line, maybe. No, he's actually too far back. That was a bit of a bad exit there. So he's going to have to stick behind at least for another lap. Unless Tom were to make a big mistake somewhere.
Shane has the better car and a bit of the car advantage. But the thing, if you look at the 3, like Tom has the pace advantage, maybe a good fight, but I think the old hearts won't help Tom in this fight.
Yeah, speaking of Thomas Troupes, that is, he's actually closing on Matthew
Oh, Thomas
since
McIver,
getting
Thomas McIver.
past Lewis.
Car maybe?
He's retired. He's turned
Virtual safety car.
5 to 4 to 3 even.
Okay, I don't know
Is
how
Cameron
he
Young?
managed that,
Cameron
maybe
Young's in.
just spun out of time.
Cameron Young
he?
is pitting.
Oh wow. Was it a VSC or a full
VSC.
safety car? I can't see.
VSC and
Ooh.
Ross is not following him.
Ross, yeah, he's gonna stay out.
Which
So
tower will he go on? Will it
I would
be
assume
mediums?
mediums. It's got to be
Yes, it
mediums.
is. No, it's
Yeah.
mediums.
On the mediums, of course. A VSC, it's gonna help him out quite a bit. He's gonna drop maybe behind Matthew Waller. He is actually gonna drop to 3rd. So he's got a
He's
little bit of
not.
work to do. But oh wait.
He's coming out 2nd.
Oh, okay. It looked like a white dot there that passed him,
Yeah.
but it was actually just a racing point. So never mind. But
It's
Yeah.
like the 7 seconds lead he got, he now need to catch up.
and I doubt it's going to be that hard. He's got plenty of laps to do it on way superior tires.
So yeah, Cameron will definitely catch up. We'll see. Hopefully, we'll see a good fight for the lead. Maybe look. Who knows what'll happen when they get
It's actually
close to each
a
other.
bit like Lewis Hamilton in real life, Hungary,
Oh yeah.
where he took
right.
that pit stop and Max stayed out. Of course, the winner
Yeah.
of that battle was Lewis Hamilton, so maybe Cameron Young's going to do the same. I mean, I'm sure if he gets up behind him, it's not going to be difficult. Of course, he's also going to give himself a chance at getting 26 points instead of 25.
Just keeping an eye on the gap, he's gaining a lot.
Yeah, came out with a 7-second gap. He's almost caught 2 seconds.
And he said already proper second and third sector, so...
Yeah, look how fast he's catching. He's definitely going to catch up.
Did we see Shane get past Tom? I'm not sure if we did.
No, I was about to mention that. No, we
Shane,
didn't.
yeah. Shane is past Tom now, and it looks like he's able to push on.
Ooh, Jared on Rocco, down the inside for Jared. Rocco gets the switch back. They've both got DRS due to Joe's AI, oh sorry, Joe's lap car, not AI. And yeah, Jared keeps the position. Good move.
Rocco definitely on the older tower and in the better car.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
not
those-
many battles on track right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's just kind of people on quicker tires just kind of coming through the field, make a move,
Yeah.
and then they keep going. Which is basically Jared
Sanjay.
and Shane right now.
Sanjay's changed his wig again. Oh no.
On go the soft, so it looks like he's going to try and take that fastest lap off Cameron. Of course, it's equal between the two, both in AlphaTauri.
True, yeah.
No, it's
Cameron
fast.
about to get past P-Vesi's AI. That is an AI, I think. Where is it?
Yeah, that looked like an AI getting out of the way there. The way the wheel moved. Or the car moved.
So I think the last 3 winning cars are all... Oh, sorry. Joe isn't, but Marco, Marlo and Vesio are AIs. Rocco
I have to say,
still
good on Joe
sticking
for
with...
sticking with it, though.
Yeah.
Thomas broke the window up to 1 second for Matthew.
Yeah. He's just gone out of it now. So yeah, if Thomas gets that DRS, that'll help him a lot, I think. And
Right.
Shane is catching them as well. Shane is catching them.
Yeah, 2.7 seconds now. The gap was about 3 a lap or 2 ago.
Yeah.
So he is
Yeah.
catching slowly but surely, eating into that gap.
Cameron 2.7 off the lead now. So he'll be there in a few laps' time. Lewis on Luke Baker as well. He's caught up to him on these relatively fresh mediums. That'll be a move. Maybe this lap actually. Oh, sorry, next lap after he crossed the line. 8 tenths.
On his fuel, pops up on his MFD a few times already.
Yeah, Thomas did get the DRS on Matthew. Didn't help him too much of that Ferrari engine compared to the Williams with the Mercedes engine. So it will be difficult for Thomas to get past Matthew. But Thomas has a penalty too and Matthew
Lewis
doesn't.
on Luke maybe? No, he's backing off for the moment. Lewis fighting now for the final point position. Or we need to wait for
Is
the
that?
run through this track.
I think there's some sort of...
Huh?
I'm not really sure, but I'm getting a weird sound spectating the cars now. If you watch the stream,
Also
you'll hear
sound.
it, but I'm not sure how to explain it. It's like a sizzle. Like oil like sizzling or something like that.
I don't know that. It's just a bit weird. So it's Codemasters game, so what do you expect, I suppose?
Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah,
the
that
rev
Cameron
glitch,
in
but then I went
DRS.
on board and no, it's not the gears, so...
Yeah, Cameron DRS range. I reckon next lap he'll maybe get past him or go for a move at least. What Ross is feeling like right now?
He's going down the inside on Luke. He has the fresher tires and the advantage and should be an easy overtake for him. Luke comes with a little bit of a switchback, but the tire advantage of Lewis gave him enough speed to stay in P10 and goes up a position.
Yeah, so a few people, like Kevin said before, it's just the people on fresher tyres now coming through, isn't it?
Yeah,
Look
Lewis
at
is
the
next
ERS though
target.
for Alpha.
A little bit far up the road, about 6 seconds of Louis Quinlan. Louis Quinlan also trying to get past Rocco Walsh, or will be trying to get past Rocco Walsh soon. Of course, he's another one of the ones on fresher tyres, so it looks like fresher tyres is quite a big advantage, and maybe the guys this weekend will be kind of taking note of that. That maybe having
Cameron.
that fresher tyres at the end is going to be more significant. Oh, you've missed that, sorry.
Yeah.
Damn.
Cameron passed him already, like out of the pit, like on the, like nearly on the start finish line. I think it was.
Yeah,
Ross was, like,
but Ross just didn't have any
getting
ERS to defend. Cameron just breezed past him. Wasn't much of a fight.
On the high from the pit boxes, he had him already, like activating the rest, just like flying past through.
Yeah. Louis Quinlan on the back of Rocco as well. With Luke staying with Lewis as DRS as well, which is good for him. Cameron, look at that, nearly out of the DRS of Ross now. How many penalties has Ross got compared to Cameron?
Ross to Cameron, both
Equal.
6.
Wow, okay, so penalties shouldn't play a factor then. So yeah, I think Louis Quinlan might be getting past Rocco soon. Rocco's pace is not the best at the moment, I think, for him, unfortunately for him. As we've also got Sanjay getting past the AI of Mr. Nice Guy. So, shows you how far behind Sanjay is in this race. He's just passed an AI car. Actually for him. He's back up to 14th now. Did he get the fastest lap, by the way? Or... Let's see.
And Louis sends it down the inside and he came really wide. And it's an easy switch back for Rocco.
Yeah, is Louis going to go for it again?
He's not sending it.
Yeah, Louis is quite aggressive. Sometimes he's a bit impatient, I think. So if he just waited there, maybe he could get him into turn well, a bit later on, or a bit closer.
Okay, I checked the fastest lap. Sanjay did actually get it.
Oh, okay. Paco's just pitted now, so maybe he'll get it. Thomas Chowpy seems to just be like sticking in the DRS of Matthew, not really phasing him, you know, there's no point getting past really when Matthew has no pens, I suppose.
Yeah, and of course as well, if you made the move, Matthew has the Merc engine, so with the actual downforce of the cars being similar, of course Haas having a little bit of an advantage, but that Merc engine's gonna make it quicker in the straights.
Definitely.
Louis on Rocco maybe again.
Oh, Louis, what are you doing? Oh my god. Just wait, man. You're ruining your own race. You're gonna take your front wing off. Very scary driving, I must say.
Of course, Louis Quinlan staying behind Rocco for this long is allowing Lewis Curtis to catch up. He's in 10th in the points now after Paco's pit stop, or I think it's Paco's pit stop that put him
it was.
up. So
Lewis passed early on Luke.
So Lewis only
Paco.
about 3 seconds behind this little fight for 8th, so he could be looking at 8th. Maybe 7th, but Jared Osbury has no penalties, so Jared would probably have to get a pen first if Lewis wants to think about that. Which actually, in this position, Lewis has 8th anyway on pens.
Oh, so. Paco down the inside on Sanjay. They's making a bit of contact. Sanjay. Oh, they've got each other again. Nino's in the way, and whoa, that was a bit of that was weird. Why was Nino? I think Nino's let them through. But at the same time, they're going side by side, so Sanjay had to back out, otherwise he would have been boxed in and would have hit Nino there. It's very unusual there.
And this time, no late dive from Louis.
And Shane around the back of Thomas. Chowpies.
Yeah, so
Shane really close.
He's eventually closed up now, so it's a 3-way fight for 3rd, although of course Matthew's no pens. He's going to come out on top unless he gets some pens himself, which looks doubtful.
Sanjay picks again.
Thomas both 6 seconds. Tom behind them has only 3, maybe he can steal some places if he's closing in enough.
Nino on Paco. Paco defends. Nino on the outside doesn't. Yeah, breaks a bit too late. Doesn't do well. Paco stays ahead for the time being. Is Louis going to go for it on Rocco? He's closer as well.
Now
that's so much more over speed.
goes
down the inside, and Rocco's going to try a switchback, but I think Louis Quinlan, he's going to have a better car for the straights, you would assume, and DRS as well, so that's going to put him up into 8th.
Yeah, Rocco didn't even use the DRS, so I don't think I think he's sort of just let him go, maybe, you know.
But
on
Rocco
penalties, if Rocco can stick with him, he'll beat him if he can stick within 3 seconds, so maybe that's why he didn't fight it too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Shane, unfortunately for Shane, he's just stuck in the DRS train. I don't think he can really get past Thomas unless he uses the DRS. They've got exactly the same amount of DRS, Thomas and Shane. So, equal playing field, I suppose, in terms of that sense. Rocco staying with Louis as well. Paco pits again, so both, I think Paco and Sanjay are just having a bit of fun right now. Doing their own thing, you know.
Yeah.
Who's going to get ahead with the pit lane? That would be Paco. That also means they're now behind the AI car of Julian as well. Probably catch up maybe. So yeah, Paco's just lifted off for Sanjay and let him get close. So yeah, I think they're just doing whatever they're doing now. Ooh, Shane not wide
Shane
there.
goes by and it's a penalty.
Oh,
So he has not the baddest cars. And he needs to look out for Tom. He needs to get extra 6 seconds of between him and Tom.
I think Sanjay and are they about to get lapped? Oh, they already are lapped.
Yeah, they already have been.
Alright. So Shane getting close to Thomas.
So out of the pit lane,
Too
that was
far
Nino
back.
pitting there. So it looks like Nino's going to join Paco and Sanjay.
Yeah, they're just doing their own thing.
That was someone
Oh, and
pitting
Tom Dual
Julian
pits. Tom Dual pits. What's he
Aye.
doing?
23 lap old hards. Maybe he thought they wouldn't
Oh,
make
he's
it to
front
the
wing.
end. Or okay, that makes more sense.
How bad was it though? Surely if it wasn't that bad you should have stayed out.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but he wasn't near anyone, was he? He didn't get hit? Or
I don't know if you guys ride and he changes front wing, then maybe he crashed somewhere.
he's now out of the points. Wow. Well, that's a shame for him.
And he was going for maybe it's a P5,
Yeah.
and I was out of the points, so I would have risked it. Getting no points is the same like having a puncture. So.
Exactly. Yeah. Shame. Oh, Matthew makes a mistake there, and Thomas Chopi is a bit closer now.
He's going to need a
So
good
what
exit
if
out of the
Thomas-
final corner if he wants to make a move on him though. He's going to open the DRS, he's actually going to be closing on him. Maybe down the inside, Matthew Waller's going to defend to the inside, he's going to have to take the outside line. He's going to try and keep it around the outside. A bit of extra DRS on the exit as well, but it looks like Matthew might just have this. He's going to switch to the outside again, but he's not going to be able to do it. Shane in the background not able to capitalise on anything, so Matthew Waller's going to stay in third.
Yeah, good
fight.
positioning of his car there, Matthew, for in turn 2. So Thomas couldn't get the switch back, but yeah, I'm surprised Shane didn't capitalise on that. He's close to Thomas now, but maybe it's a bit too late for that.
Oh, is Shane... No, it looked like Shane was moving to maybe make a move. Down
he was
into
just trying
turn
to get the
6,
pace
but
line.
he's going to stick behind.
Yeah.
As a thing in the next few moments, Cameron will start with the last lap he did.
Oh wow, I didn't even realise. It's gone quite reasonably quickly, I think. Maybe. Last few laps up anyway, I think. And yeah, Cameron 3 race wins in a row, wow. It's mad how he's done that.
Well, I mean, technically he hasn't
until-
taken it yet, he could still bother.
Well, you know, well, nearly 3 race wins in a row then.
He's,
I should
But
say.
the main thing is
about
just-
3/4 of a lap away from a third win.
Yeah. Shane,
Yeah.
too far back. Sanjay is out. And that's in the pit lane. Why just take the flag, you know? I mean, there's only one lap to go. So whatever.
Like until round 8 or 9. Or
Look at
Cameron
Thomas.
come.
Yeah, it looks like
Thomas
Thomas
Trophies.
Trophies is really trying to go for this. He's
Yeah,
following
he is.
very closely to Matthew Older, but it looks like his time really is running out.
Tom
Doesn't
Jules
look
out.
like
In the pits. What guys?
why.
What are they doing? What are they doing?
I mean,
What's
they'll still be
going on? Why are
classified
they-
as finishers, but like, why?
Yeah, there's one lap to go. I mean, what are you doing?
Matthew Older's actually gone a bit wide there. Thomas Trophies might be able to go down the inside. He's going to look for it, but it's not going to be there for him. And he's going to have an amazing exit
Oh,
there.
perfect
Matthew Older
mistake.
getting up a little bit on the curb. He's going to try it around the outside. Can he maybe yank it down the inside as well? No, Matthew Older again with very good car placement. He just cuts him off enough that he's going to keep that E3. And I mean, regardless of penalties, it was a nice fight. Matthew Older keeps P3 ahead of.
Shane. Share it up to P4
Oh wow.
from P20. Good race from
Yeah.
Fair
Jared.
enough to Jared.
And
Paco.
Lewis is going to get bumped up to
Oh.
7th.
I thought for a moment Rocco will return in his 6-point streak, where he has continued.
Oh,
last
nearly.
week.
Who are we waiting for? Oh, we've got
Jesus.
Joe Hollis doing donuts. Brilliant. Down there in 18th. Look at that.
What? Heads down for him. He drove the race to the end.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And
Not
there he
like-
goes.
And he's going to get. Oh no. Well, he's going the right way, so yeah. I thought he was going to disqualify himself.
No. Oh, and his tyres are too hot, obviously. And he's just spun it, and now he's going to reverse over the line. Yeah, fair enough to Jared. P20 to P4, gotta give it to him. So yeah, good result for Matthew for the championship. I think he's the favourite for the championship now after that result. Very good result from him. He'll definitely be leading the championship now. P3.
First calculations. Matthew on 86 points, Cameron on set 77.
Interesting. Wow.
Oh, Brandon. Technically, you're nearly out of the championship fight.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So today, of
Yeah,
course,
that was-
Cameron
Yay.
takes all the glory. He takes
I
his
said
third win in a
technically.
row, isn't it?
50 or only 15 points behind Matthew, and I think Matthew will be the new championship leader after this race. Lewis got 6. He's now on 81. Okay, you can read on.
Yeah.
can.
Cameron Young, of course, taking a dominant win. I mean, he pitted on the VSC and ended up winning by 9 seconds. Maybe he could have won by more if he didn't pit. You never know. But he takes the win ahead of Ross Denholm. Matthew Walder taking a really nice P3 in the Williams. Jared Fosbury ending up in P4 ahead of Thomas Trophies. Shane Lewis Curtis up to 7th on penalties. No penalties from either. Rocco Walsh and Louis Quinlan dropping a position each. Luke Baker takes the last point, and then Julian, Paco, Nino, Vizier, Michael Marlowe, Tom, Joe, Sondre, all getting lapped at least once, and then Thomas McGarver and Ollie both. Well, Thomas McGarver crashed, but Ollie left. So, or I think
So
Thomas
Mr. Nice
McGarver
Guy's
crashed.
AI, who lagged out on like lap 1, finished 11th. Which is a bit of him. Interesting.
Yeah, we've already got Ross. We do need to get Cameron Young and Matthew Walder in.
Got. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Technically, Jared is now in the fight for the championship.
Oh god. Don't even say them words.
He's 22 points behind Matthew. What about Thomas Trophies? He finished 5th, I think.
So there's Cameron, and then we're just waiting for Matthew then. Is Matthew joining, do you know, Ross?
I don't know. I'll message him now.
Yeah, I assume you're in party with him, but...
Yeah, we were, but I think he had me mute.
Well, anyway, I guess we'll start with the race winner anyway, Cameron Young. So, I am stumbling over my words way too much. I'm sure you have your mic on share, Cameron. So, obviously, you took the win, a dominant win. You pit under the VSC to try and get fastest lap. Of course, that was taken away by Sondre, but I'm sure you're happy with that, especially in terms of the championship fight as well.
Yeah, I mean, I nearly mucked up quali. It's a bit off what I could set, but yeah, still on pole. I think it was 3/10 in the end, which was quite lucky. Unfortunately, there was a restart because in the first race, I think that was a bit more ideal. I broke away from everyone, but then, yeah, I mean, second, after the restart, I mean. Ross managed to stay with me quite a bit, which was quite frustrating because I gained on him everywhere other than the straight where he gained like 3/10. So I had to use a bit more ERS just to make sure. And then, unfortunately, I didn't really keep it that clean today. Two pens, nearly 3. That could have been a bit better, but yeah, I pitted to try and get fastest lap, and then Sondre didn't have any mediums left, so he had to pit for softs, which was a shame, but yeah, overall good performance.
Yeah, and of course this is your 3rd win in a row, so I'm sure you'll be looking at the championship. You're gonna get catapulted to, unfortunately, not an amazing car, being around 75 to 80 points or something like that. So, are you confident? Oh, okay, well there you go. So, are you confident that you could maybe go for this championship, or do you think the car might hinder you too much?
Well, I mean, I've never really been bad in a Williams, so I mean we'll have to wait and see. But like,
it's because you haven't been in it yet.
Yeah. No, I think I could go for it, definitely. Especially now there's only a couple of points. It just depends on how much quicker other cars are compared to the slowest car. But yeah, all of a sudden now it's looking very tasty.
Yeah,
It's
so
an under 18 stream, Cameron.
That is PG, come on.
So yeah, anyway, so congratulations on your win and good luck for next week.
Thanks.
And Tim, if you want to take 2nd place then?
Yes, Ross Stenholm, congrats on your P2 today. Obviously, it was your late debut. You got promoted last week to full-time seat. Today you got the Merc, like, definitely proved you have the pace. Okay, it's a Merc anyway, but like, your race today, do you think, I don't know if you like tried an overcut on Cameron, but do you think it was like the main thing why you lost this race to Cameron?
The overcut wasn't the main thing. It was looking Louis Quinlan holding me up. And a bit of Jared. But I tried the overcut. It would have worked if I didn't get traffic. But, yeah. And then obviously him going on to the mediums as well. I couldn't keep up, so.
I'm definitely sure you tried your best, but I think, yeah, Cameron proved again that he has good pace. Looking to next week, we're going to the last round. It's Abu Dhabi. How are you around Abu Dhabi?
I love Abu Dhabi. I love it. So, hopefully, playing, I get a good car. If I get a good car, maybe podium. But if I get a good car, I just want the win. I just want to win. So bad.
Okay, then, yeah, I wish you good luck for next week. And congrats, P2. Brandon, you can go with Matthew.
Yeah, I was going to say the same.
Alright, okay. Well, Matthew, well done on P3. you were in a little bit of a battle with Thomas Tropies, like back end of the race. Obviously, he made a few moves, and were you concerned that he'd maybe get past you, or were you just with that Merc engine, were you quite comfortable?
Well, he had 6 seconds penalties, so I wasn't worried even if he passed me. But near the end, Jared said that if I fight Thomas so that the gap to him goes under 6 seconds, Jared will jump ahead of him. So I started intentionally just not pushing, and then Thomas started making moves on me as well, which helped a lot. And yeah, eventually lost Thomas the 4th place because he actually didn't manage to get past me on the first time.
Dirty tactics here involved.
Oh yes, oh no.
And what about Shane? Because obviously, I know Shane had more pens, but in terms of track position, were you concerned because he had good pace?
Well, I never really had any concerns about track position because he had a 6 seconds penalties as well, obviously. So, he was quite fast, so I didn't expect him to be catching us that much. So yeah, he drove a good race.
Fair enough. And you're obviously in the Williams, and P3 is a really good result for the Williams. So, can you take that to Abu Dhabi?
Well, hopefully for Abu Dhabi, the worst car isn't the Williams, because that is disgusting how much understeer that car had. But P3 is really good. I didn't expect to get a top 4 after I saw Thomas's quality. He did a 0.6, and I never thought I'd be able to do a 0.6. Just thought it'd just be a theoretical. But luckily I managed to avoid getting the penalties, and managed to definitely help me with that 3rd place.
Yeah, and you're definitely the favourite for the championship now. You've got quite a sizable lead, I think, if my maths are right, compared to the gaps we've had so far this season. So, well, it's quite simply, you're gonna win it.
Well, hard to
yes
tell,
or no, Matthew?
That's quite aggressive.
I'll say yes.
Stream, no?
Yes. Okay, good. That's what we want to hear. Cameron, are you gonna win it?
Of course I am. It's written in the stars after an
Bit of a
excellent
big
comeback.
ego
Well,
there.
you're
Written in
wrong.
the stars.
You're wrong because I am. So yeah, both of you, Kevin.
Nah, none of you will.
You
I'll
didn't
win.
win the
You
championship.
didn't win. You
Yeah, of
didn't
course not.
race, so you're behind. Shush.
I'll just race the last race. Have everyone else get disqualified from the
Yeah,
championship,
that's-
and I'll win easy.
Times 10 points.
It's not the main thing. We can see like the rivalry between each other is more like fun and also rivalry on track. So I'm definitely sure we will have a great race next week, and yeah, wish you all best of luck.
So yeah, that has been round 10 here for Hungary and FP. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as we did. Of course, next week you'll be seeing Brandon on track fighting for the championship that he thinks maybe he'll win. But yeah, a lot of people saying yes to that. So yeah, maybe we'll see some hard-fought fights. Maybe that's the wrong wording, but you know, PG stream. Exciting fights, yeah. Next week, of course, the championship. A lot of drivers still in it. So yeah, that was Hungary. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully you'll join us for next week. Goodbye.